What's up, everybody? My name is Dr. Zach Guiser. I'm a sports performance coach and physical therapist who's on a mission to help you maximize your athletic potential. This is another entry into the Athlete Development Journal where we provide simple solutions for complex athletic problems.
Yeah, straight A student, but I'm friends with the cool kids. Following the rules in the rubric. Freestyle on the bus.
Sticking with the theme of problems, what if problems aren't actually problematic? See, problems are annoying. By definition, they're things that are unwelcome or harmful and need to be dealt with and overcome. But what if we put on some new glasses and saw them in a different light? I like Henry Kaiser's viewpoint. He says, and I quote, "Problems are opportunities in work clothes." Everyone is going to run into problems. And for the most part, everyone you're competing with is going to run into the same problems that you run into. So those same problems are opportunities for you to overcome with more vigor and more resilience than your competitors. It's not going to be easy. Don't forget those problems, they're wearing work clothes, which means it's going to take work for you to overcome them, but it will be worth it. It's an opportunity. For 99.9% of athletes between the ages of 13 and 18 years old, strength is the rising tide that lifts all ships. If you want to sprint faster, if you want to jump higher, if you want to throw harder, if you want to stay healthier, then getting stronger is going to give you a higher return on investment than just about any other training modality. At some point, you'll reach the strong enough threshold and you'll no longer get that same ROI. But if you're a teenage athlete, the chances that you've truly reached the strong enough threshold are slim to none. So, to make it easy, I'm going to give you the 5 strength exercises that translate best to game day speed. Number 1, we have reverse lunges. Why? You sprint and change direction on one leg. The forces that you need to produce can exceed 600 pounds in less than 0.2 of a second. No, I didn't misspeak there. The forces that you need to produce can exceed 600 pounds in less than 0.2 of a second. To get prepared for that, you have to be crazy strong on one leg. Reverse lunges are unilateral, which means one-sided, so in this case, one-legged. There's a unilateral lift that you can load up and get really strong at. The positions that you'll get into during a reverse lunge are eerily similar to the positions you get into whenever you accelerate. So we're getting strong in a position that's specific to the position that you get into when you sprint. Number 2, we have trap bar deadlifts. Why? Trap bar deadlifts are a center of mass movement, meaning the external load is directly in line with your natural center of mass. This makes the movement feel more organic and representative of what you're actually asked to do on game day. Furthermore, the trap bar deadlift can be tailored to accurately represent your natural athletic position, which should be your defensive stance in just about every sport out there. So if you think about a corner playing man coverage on a receiver, or a baseball player in a shortstop position, or a volleyball player getting ready to receive a serve, or a basketball player playing defense, that's all about the same position. That's your athletic position. An optimal athletic stance is a mix of both a squat and a hinge, but slightly more of a hinge. And the same is true for a trap bar deadlift, which makes it a good choice for our game day speed development lifts. Number 3, we have single leg squats. Why? You cannot get a more pure one-legged, deep knee bending squat than a single leg squat. So we're hitting all that anterior chain and we're isolating it on one leg. Number 4, we have a single leg RDL. Why? You cannot get a more pure one-legged hinge than a single leg RDL. So the same is true, just opposite as a single leg squat. We're hitting all that posterior chain and we're isolating it truly on one leg. Again, we sprint, we change direction on one leg. Number 5, our last lift that I'm mentioning in our top 5 is a single leg elevated calf raise. Why? If you want to produce 600 pounds of force in a couple tenths of a second, you better have a stupid strong calf and a stiff Achilles. Single leg elevated calf raises check both of those boxes and work your ankle through a full plantar flexion and dorsiflexion range of motion. So if I rewind a second there, I say stiff Achilles. Remember, if you're not familiar with my work, stiff Achilles is not a bad thing. We want to work through a full range of motion. So we're not getting stiff in the sense that we lose range of motion, but we are stiff in the sense that we can be very rigid and have a strong elastic recoil. All right, so what are our takeaways? Number 1, strength is the rising tide that lifts all ships for teenage athletes. Number 2, the most effective strength exercises for speed development are reverse lunges, trap bar deadlifts, single leg squats, single leg RDLs, and single leg elevated calf raises. Go get swole. All right, I want to leave you with a simple framework for living better. If something doesn't enhance quality time with your tribe, aid in your life's mission, or improve your health, whether that's physical or mental, then you should say no to it. Get rid of all distractors and detractors. All right, let's wrap it up with a couple important things. Number 1, this newsletter and podcast are completely free. I spend many hours each week researching, writing, illustrating, recording, editing, and uploading. The best way you can support it and allow it to continue is to share it with people you know. You can just send this Spotify link, this YouTube link, this Apple Podcast link, whatever you're listening to this right now, please just stop and send it to somebody. It really goes a long way. Number two, everything in these newsletters, podcasts, social media, and on our website is for educational purposes only and should not be taken as medical advice for you or your athlete. Please consult directly with a healthcare professional. Thank you so much for your help in spreading the word about athlete development. And until next time, go be great out there.
Yeah, straight A student, but I'm friends with the cool kids. Following the rules and the rubric. Freestyle on the bus and it's too lit.